Hey, good morning to everybody. Happy Sunday. It's Daryl here. It's bright and freaking early. It's 3:30 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. Okay, this is going to be kind of a short video. I could talk about this for hours, and I got another busy day today. All right, I was debating what story to talk about this morning. There was about three different stories. There was a story about Ivana Trump, Trump's first wife, being buried. Seriously, it's got a picture of it at Trump's golf course in New Jersey, all by herself. It's not a cemetery. He buried her like on the 10th green or fairway or whatever. I don't play golf, obviously. And it's just a dirt plot with a small cement headstone, smaller than anybody in my family has. Tiny, you'd think a billionaire would at least get a decent headstone. Small little headstone, just a plaque, basically. It doesn't look temporary either. This is a bizarre story. So I thought about talking about that. Or Marjorie Greene, and another insane comment from her. And I couldn't figure out how she meant this. She's talking about the Second Amendment, of course. And she basically says this. She doesn't use the word, I'm going to use the word homicide. She says basically homicide is legal in the United States now. And I rewatched this like 5-6 times, and there's no good context that you could put this. Is she saying what I'm actually think she's saying, that people could own guns and to protect their property and themselves and basically could just do away with other people? Is that really what she's saying? And then I came across a video from Dan Bongino on Fox News, and that just ticked me off. It pushed me over the top, and because it does a disservice to people in recovery, it covers up the real criminals in this case, and the link will be down below. So Dan Bongino starts it off by saying, this is how he starts off the video. He says, I've had a really bad week. Now, what does that mean? Does that mean like his wife cut him off? His mistress broke up with him? He got called in on his taxes. So now his panties are all in a bunch, and he's upset with Joe Biden. And this is what he says. He says, Joe Biden is an accomplice. He's the worst, most disgusting man in the world, and he's an accomplice to the demise of thousands and thousands of your children. Right? Then he says, here's the facts. And then he shows fentanyl deaths from overdoses from 2020, 2021. There it is. There's the proof right in front of you. And then he shows people crossing the Rio Grande, immigrants. Then he starts talking about them being bussed into Washington, D.C. And here's his proof. Biden is an accomplice. He's a criminal. And I watch this, and it just ticks me off to no end. I don't even know where to start with this. I was going to put a bunch of links on how these drugs, first of all, they come from China. Second of all, these drugs are, if you're a businessman, you need your product safely distributed, efficiently, as fast as and safely as possible so you can track it. If you Google this at all, you'll find that the port in San Diego is the biggest port. That comes in cars and trucks, planes, boats, drones, and he's being a complete liar when he shows these people. He blames these immigrants trying to find a better life, and it's Joe Biden and these people here are the reason your poor children are addicted. And I could come at this in so many different ways. Let me ask you this: Google the Sackler family, the people that introduced OxyContin to the United States, made billions of dollars. That's how I got addicted. I had 2 back surgeries, and I started taking OxyContin. I had never even tried heroin up until then. And I got a prescription from my doctor every single week. Oh, Google that too. There's a Florida doctor that was handing out, using her prescription pad. She had millions in a suitcase, handing out prescriptions. What about her? What about the Sackler family? How come he doesn't even mention the Sackler family? And it's all Joe Biden and these immigrants' fault. And he's doing it, he's just being completely dishonest. And then he has the nerve to say, well, here's the proof. And he shows the overdoses. There's the proof. How can you question this? And I don't know if he's just an idiot or if he's just being intentionally dishonest. And then it ticks me off for so many reasons too, because it takes away the responsibility of owning their like with me. What if I came on here, I started using OxyContin in 2000, the year 2000. Bush was president. What if I blame Bush for my addictions? Why I became an addict, or Obama, or Clinton? It's all their fault. It's their policies that made me who I am. It's their policies that why half my friends are gone now or in jail. It's all their faults. He's doing a massive disservice to people in recovery, to addicts, and then he's covering up the real places that these drugs are coming from, like China. And the doctors. I could sit here and talk about doctors. Let me give you guys an example here about doctors. I was getting prescribed Vicodin every single week for years, two operations. I remember going into the doctor's office, and he would meet with representatives, always beautiful women, beautiful young women flirting with him, coming in for lunch with him from these different pharmaceutical companies, bringing all sorts of little swag, gifts for the secretaries. Why doesn't Don Bongino talk about the doctors? Why isn't he talking about the Sackler family, who has made billions? All the addicts that were moved on to heroin and fentanyl, starting out with OxyContin from the Sackler family. How come they're still not in jail? Why isn't he talking about the Sackler family? Why is he saying, this is all Joe Biden? Like I said, I could go on for this. I could go on about this. I just get so angry talking about this. You guys have heard my arguments about this before. He's being disingenuous and dishonest about this whole thing, and it's doing nothing but a disservice for political purposes. And he's covering up the real culprits in this. He's taking away the responsibility from people that need to own up to their addictions. It ticks me off for so many different angles. Check out the video yourself. The link will be down below. It's one of the times when I just get so angry I can't keep going on. You guys have a good Sunday.